Hi, and welcome to your easy yoga refresh today. Let's please go ahead and lay down on the back to get started. See you there. Come to lay on your back with the palms facing up in a constructive rest pose with the feet mat width distance apart. Align the outside edges of your feet with the outside edges of your yoga mat. And then the knees knock into touch, which creates the sense of broadness in your lower back sacrum. Slide your arms open a little more, unwinding the stress and tension in your upper body, melting the shoulder blades down into the mat. Roll your head to the right, turn your face to the right, and tuck your left shoulder blade underneath your back. And then turn your face to the left, tuck your right shoulder blade underneath, and then bring your nose back into alignment with your navel. Lift your chin, look up toward your hairline, moving the chin away from your tailbone, and then drop the chin down as far as you feel you can. So you feel the length of your neck on the ground, and then slowly bring the chin back to a neutral position between those two actions. Now lightly touch the first fingers and thumbs together, letting the other three fingers relax wherever they are. And start to windshield wiper the knees over to the right, pausing for a moment there, letting that left inner knee move in and down toward the floor, any amount. Slide your arms open a little bit more. And then open your hands really wide, fan your fingers wide, press the backs of the hands into the ground very gently, and turn your face to look to the left. So find the space on the line from your left pinky under the shoulder blade down into your left inner knee. And slowly then windshield wiper the knees back to center. Feet are still about mat width distance apart. And then windshield wiper the knees over to the left. That right inner knee drops down, and then look over to the right. You reach your right pinky away from that right knee crease in a subtle way. And breathe. Where can the inhale bring some more space? Where can the exhale allow you to settle a little bit? And then slowly bring the knees back into center. And then start to organically windshield wiper side to side. So we're waking up, massaging out your lower back and pelvis. And then as the knees come back into center, step your feet in about hip width distance apart. Sweep your arms overhead. Stretch your fingertips away from your toes, and then root through the feet. Gently pick up the hips and pelvis. Not a huge amount. Feel the feet connect to the ground. Toes are spread. And lengthen the tip of your tailbone forward, right between your knees. Then slowly melt down. Upper back, middle back, lower back resting. Press your palms together in prayer position overhead, and then bring the thumbs down through heart center. Hug your right knee in toward your side waist. Traction your right thigh toward your side rib. If and only if it feels comfortable for you today, slide that left leg out straight and long on the floor for Palamukkhasana. Open your elbows away from each other and traction that right thigh in. Very subtly, whatever amount's available. You don't have to overdo. Taking it easy today as we stretch out the whole body. And then step your left foot on the ground if it isn't already, and let's extend the right sole of the foot toward the ceiling with hands behind thigh bone, calf, or ankle. Lightly connect that left foot into the ground as if you're pressing your left heel away from the sitting bone, and draw that entire right leg a little closer toward your body. Point and flex through your right foot. Let the left lower belly relax. And then go ahead and lightly cross your right ankle on top of your left thigh. The right foot is flexed. Press your right inner knee away from your face, either with your mind's eye, or you can use the heel of your right hand to give it a gentle press. And rest your left hand on your left hip point. It's a fine place to stay, Or if it's available, thread the needle, slip your right hand in between that space. And then hands are in the left knee crease or the front of the shin for figure 4. And then lightly uncross, bring your feet back on the ground. Float your arms overhead again. Stretch the fingertips away from the toes. Press through the feet, lift the hips and pelvis, any amount into that bridge, whatever feels comfortable. 2 hip points lift toward the sky. Breathing the chest toward the chin. We inhale and then we exhale to melt down from the upper back, right between the shoulder blades, slowly lowering that broad triangular space at the lower part of your back, the sacrum, and then the tailbone releases last. Then press the hands down through heart center and squeeze the left knee in toward your body with a light flex through that left foot. And gather that left thigh toward the side waist. We want to keep both shoulder blades relaxing down. Then, keeping the shoulder blades relaxing down and the collarbones broad, lift your elbows away from each other. And if it feels okay on your body, slide your right leg out straight for that stretch. Nice stretch for the inner thigh psoas. Nice stretch to relieve lower back pain. Nice everyday stretch for the overall mobility of your hips. Plus, it's relaxing to connect to any sensation and come back to your breath. And step your right foot on the ground if it isn't already. Go ahead and extend your left foot up toward the ceiling, hands behind the thigh bone, calf, or ankle, and draw that leg closer toward your body without force. Keep laying that left sitting bone toward the ground as you draw that left thigh towards you. So there's this bit of a depth here in this left hip crease. Point and flex through your left foot. So we're opening up calf, hamstring. Keep relaxing in the area between the shoulder blades. Then cross your left ankle over on top of your right thigh in that figure 4. Right hand rests on your hip point. Left hand can press on the inner thigh gently toward the knee. We want to have that very light flex in that left foot. And then this is a fine place to stay and rest, opening this whole crease in the hip toward your outer butt and piriformis muscle. If it feels available, thread the left hand in between that space in your legs. Hands are in the knee crease or the front of the shin for figure 4. Any subtle rocking side to side is welcome. Figure 4 also sometimes is called reclined pigeon pose. And then hug the legs a little closer in, uncross, bring your feet on the ground. Press your feet firmly, lay your arms alongside the body. As you press through your feet, pick up the pelvis a couple inches, engage your gluteals, and then slowly lower. And let's take time to roll to either side for a moment, rolling into the fetal position, and then gradually making your way up and find your way up into a comfortable cross-legged seat facing the front of your mat. Then lean forward. Your feet are a little bit flexed here, so we feel this more in the outer hips as opposed to the knees. Lean forward and walk your fingertips forward toward the front of your mat and pull your belly in toward the spine and look toward your belly and breathe space into the back ribs. Then walk your hands toward your ankles. Sit up nice and tall. Use your hands on your outer knees to hug your knees in, and then lightly cross your other ankle on top. Sit up really tall. Take a full inhale as you look up, and then exhale with flexed feet. Walk your hands forward, light tented fingers. This time, lift your chest, look between your hands. Possibly you can look up toward the ceiling. Inhale, and then when you exhale, press your fingertips away from your hips and then draw the belly in toward the spine, look toward the belly. Then walk your hands toward your ankles. Let's bring the knees in. Uncross, bring your feet on the floor. Take your fingertips back behind you, tented fingers. Lift up through your chest. Inhale, and then when you exhale, let the spine round. Sweep your arms forward. Lean back a little bit. Then let's do it a couple times. Inhale, fingertips behind you, lift your chest, look up. And then exhale, sweep the arms forward, look toward your belly. Just wake up your core a little bit today. Inhale, fingertips to the floor, look up. And then exhale, sweep on forward. Let's cross either ankle on top. We're making our way into tabletop position. So however you get there, I'm going to roll over the knees, come into tabletop, find myself onto all fours, palms about under the shoulders, knees under the hips, and we'll take this easy cat and cow. Inhale, belly drops, look up toward the sky. Exhale, let's round, scoop the tail, chin to chest. And we'll inhale, drop the belly, look up, and we'll exhale to round. One more inhale, looking up, and exhale. Let's round. Walk your hands towards your knees, stand up on your knees, roll your shoulders. Good. So we're standing up on the knees. Let's take a cactus arm. Open your elbows out from your shoulders and inhale, arch your back, look up. Exhale, look down toward your tail, take a scarecrow arm. If your knees are bothering you, you could always put a little blanket under your knees. Inhale, it's cactus, look up. Exhale, scarecrow. Inhale, cactus, look up. Nice working that shoulder joint. And then exhale, scarecrow. And inhale to cactus and exhale, open out. Rotate your palms up, look up. Inhale, exhale, rotate, backs of hands face the floor, look down. Do it a couple times. Inhale, palms up, look up. Exhale, rotate, and a little rounding through the upper back. So we're waking up spine and the whole mobility of the shoulder joint. Inhale, look up. Exhale, look down. Good, and then turn the thumbs up, bring your palms together, give your palms a press, and then open your elbows, bring your heels of your hands toward your chest to take a little wrist stretch. So your fingertips are pointing away from your body. And then forward, and then back. Good. And then forward and back with the heels of the hands toward the chest. And then forward and sweep the arms around, interlace the fingers, palms are separated. Drop your shoulders down onto your back. And you may be able to bring your arms a little bit away from your back, don't overdo. Lift your chest, look up, inhale, and exhale back to neutral. Let's sit over onto your right hip. Then swing your legs around. Extend your legs out straight. If you need to, if you find that your lower back is really rounding, then you could sit on a little pillow if you need to. Sometimes it's helpful to lift the flesh of the gluteals out from underneath your back. And from here, slowly just start to lean forward and point your toes, sliding your hands toward the tops of your feet. Look toward the ground. Take a couple breaths. Take a couple breaths, filling the back body with the inhales. And when you exhale, you may be able to travel into that fold a micro amount more. Good. And then start to curl the toes toward the face. Sit up really tall. And then slide your heels in a little bit closer toward your body and open your knees, coming into Baddha Konasana. Take the heels, actually, for this Baddha Konasana, we're going to take the heels a little bit further away from your pubic bones and from your tailbone, so you have a nice wide diamond shape. And then come forward and rest your forearms right on the inner knees. And give those forearms just a little light press from that inner thigh toward the knee crease. And lean forward. And then come on up. Look up, inhale, exhale, lean forward. Give those forearms a little bit of a press. Look toward the belly. And then sit on up. Wrap your hands in front of your shins. So you sit up really tall. Lift your chest. Look up. Inhale. And then exhale. Move your chest forward toward your toes. Move your chest forward any degree and interlace your fingers right in front of your feet. Interlace your fingers in front of your toes and start to fold. And breathe. Gradually, you may be able to move into the position a little bit more, letting the knees spill open without any kind of force. And then slowly come on up. Bring your knees in. Press your feet on the ground. Wrap your arms in front of your shins just like that. Lift up, spread your toes. Be active, pressing your feet into the ground. Let your sitting bones drop. Lift up through the crown of the head, strengthening the spine, imagining the spine nice and long. And then cross either ankle on top. Take your right fingertips over to the right. Sweep that left arm up and overhead and peek up toward the sky. Let the left sitting bone ground. So you open up that left side. So we're just making sure we move that spine in all directions today. We're taking this lateral side bend. And then take your left hand behind your head and start to lift up back to center. Let's do the other side. Left fingertips down, right arm up and over. Reach away from that right sitting bone. Open up that right side. And how's your neck feel? You can always look down toward the ground, or you can explore looking up toward the ceiling. And then take that right hand behind the head and start to lift on up back to center. And let that arm drape down. Reach behind you, interlace your fingers. As you interlace your fingers, bring the arms away from the back. And if you think of it, interlace the non-habitual awkward finger on top. You may be able to bring your knuckles right down to the floor. Lift up your chest. Inhale. And then exhale. Draw the knees in. We're extending the legs out straight. Good. And we're going to do a little bounce. My hamstrings are pretty sore from this vigorous yoga class I went to when I was away. And my hamstrings are sore. Then we're going to come down. I'm going to lower down slowly with drawing my belly in. If you want to just roll to your side and come down, that's fine. Come down onto your back and wag your toes in and out, in and out. Engage your gluteal muscles for a moment. Really give them a good squeeze to reset your lower back. And then let them dissolve out. Rest your hands right on your belly. Let's take a breathing exercise today. Let's take an easy 4-count square breath so that we calm the nerves. So we're breathing through the nose on the inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Take a pause there for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a pause, 2, 3, 4. And then inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Empty all the way out. Hold at the bottom. And then inhale, stretch the arms overhead, big, long, full stretch, toes to fingers. And when you exhale, gently draw one knee at a time in toward your body for a gentle hug. Rock a little bit, massage your back on the ground. Good. And then take your time to roll over to either side that feels natural today and rest the head on the crook of the arm, thanking yourself for taking this time to stretch and move the whole body. And when you're ready, slowly pressing on up. Let's meet in an upright seat. Great job practicing today. Wishing you joy, peace, health, strength, courage, and always trust on the journey. Thank you so much for being with me. Hope to see you next time. Take care. Subscribe.